Hey, how you guys doing? It's Thursday, January 12th, 2012. And, let's see. Kind of a icky day today. Just weather-wise. It's just rainy on and off and just gloomy and dreary looking. But, other than that, it's, decent day at work. Nothing too spectacular. One thing I liked, it's being on register gets a little annoying sometimes. So if I have to be on register, I enjoy days like this where I got to be on the express line. Quick orders, supposed to be 12 items or less. Hopefully, you always get the people that are like, "Oh, this is espresso. I didn't realize." Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever, people. Signs. It's another thing. It's like anyone that works in like retail or anything like this. You gotta deal with dopey customers sometimes. We've all been there, I'm sure. Just people don't read signs, or they don't want to read signs. They read what they want to read. I thought I saw this for 2 for $5, and yeah, I'm sure you did see a sign that said 2 for $5, but did you read for what item it was for? Huh? What? Yeah. Anyway, it's just sometimes, I don't pretend to be a genius, but sometimes I don't have time to deal with stupid people sometimes. It's just some people. You get some people. I'm always, whenever I get someone really stupid like this, I'm always reminded. For anyone, if you've ever watched the original Superman movie that Richard Donner directed with Christopher Reeve, whenever I get someone really dopey like this, it reminds me my favorite line from that movie. You have Ned Beatty, who was played Lex Luthor's like henchman, and Lex Luthor is in his lair, and he's got all these security cameras, and he's watching from monitors. He's watching as Ned Beatty is walking to the secret hideout through these monitors, and he's just watching him, and he says, "It's amazing that brain can generate enough power to keep those legs moving." And Ned Beatty's character, Otis, in those movies is very stupid, small-minded. It's just the way the character is. So yeah. So whenever I get someone that's just blatantly dumb, I think of that line. I try and think of that line. It makes me laugh. And it takes a little bit away. So this is with my Netflix account now. This almost might become like a weekly thing with my movie reviews of the movies I've gotten from Netflix. Just watched a couple hours ago the remake of True Grit, starring Matt Damon and Jeff Bridges. And Josh Brolin is also in it, and fantastic flick. Westerns can be tough to pull off. You go back say 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there were a lot of westerns, and that was the norm. But westerns nowadays, it's not something we get to see a lot of, and it's not always easy to pull off. Some actors, you throw, a mustache or cowboy hat on them, and it doesn't quite work. But Jeff Bridges is amazing in this movie, and then the young actress who plays the basically the lead role, or the sort of female. Well, it's the only female role really. It's basically your lead antagonist or protagonist. Not sure. I forget her name. She's not really known, but should become really known after this. She's amazing in it. She really is. So, and Matt Damon, that was the one thing I was worried. Like, well, is it gonna work with Matt Damon? I don't know if I'd see him in a Western, but it works. He's very good in it as well. And Josh Brolin is great, and so that's definitely another film I would check out. And my dad, who is a big John Wayne fan and was a big fan of the original film, he watched it with me, and he was blown away by it. He said he thinks this is better than the original. So, and he knows his Westerns. He loves Westerns. So, if he's saying that this is better than the original with John Wayne, then that's saying something. So definitely check that out. So yeah, I love seeing movies and going to movies, and if I see something that's really good, I love telling people about it. I love suggesting movies to people. So yeah, so as I get my Netflix movies over the course of the next few weeks and so on, I'm gonna watch them. If they're good, I'll let you guys know, and if they're bad, I'll let you guys know. I'll give you something to talk about. So I was just thinking about that as I was watching this. I gotta talk about this in my vlog, and yeah, it'll probably wind up being kind of a weekly thing, as part of these vlogs, or however often I get movies. So I guess there's some newer movies and older movies on my list, and just things I've never seen. So that should be interesting too. Be a neat thing to talk about. Here's something I thought you guys would get a kick out of this. We have all the leftover Christmas items in our store, and there's Christmas candy. Like every year you always see the things for like stocking stuffers and whatnot. And we had these. I'll show you these. They're Star Wars candy dispensers. They're Star Wars M&M candy dispensers. See, there's Darth Vader. And, well, there were 2 Boba Fett's. There were only 4 left, so I just grabbed all 4. And this one, I guess that's meant to be Obi-Wan, with his kind of bent lightsaber. They're little candy dispensers, and they come with a thing of M&Ms. I think so, yeah. Looks like they come with them. Yeah. They come with some M&Ms, and you just turn the crank and they'll dispense some M&Ms. So that's a neat little thing. And I remember seeing these when we first started getting all our Christmas items out. And I was going to pick up 1 or 2. I just never got around to it. And I figured, I'll worry about it later. We had so many. These were the last 4 left. And again, since Christmas is long gone, well, not long gone, but gone. Everything, just trying to get rid of all that. So everything's being marked down. These were $5.99 originally, and I got these for $1.50. So it's like, $1.50. I gotta pick them up. I gotta do it. So, excuse me. Just trying to get comfortable here. Yeah, so I figured for $1.50 they're neat, and they'll be fun to kind of play around with, and I'll have to find somewhere to put them. Being a collector, you have space and money are always a factor. So many of you watching this that, of course, watch my reviews as well, that also collect, what I'm talking about. But I figured for $1.50, I can't go wrong for $1.50. So I figured it was worth picking up. So yeah, I think that's about it. I wanted to talk about that, talk about the movie. Yeah, that's kind of about it for today. And I'll just end this. And again, be on the lookout for a couple more reviews coming. I still got one, two, three more figures on deck that I can review, and I'll do those at some point. And as usual, hope you guys have had a great day today, and I will see you tomorrow. So long.